Where we are watching us from, it's another beautiful Monday, and you know what it means. It's time for Punch Sports Extra. What do we do on Punch Sports Extra? We give you tits and beats coming from the world of sports. We go around at the world of sports and look for the hottest gists, and we present it to you on the show. I'm not alone. Yes, I am not doing this alone. I have a co-anchor with me. My name is Segun Dwayo, and he is...
Good afternoon, Segun.
Yeah,
good afternoon, viewers out there. Wow. It's another beautiful Monday afternoon. And yeah, so many actions over the weekend, from El Clasico to the Inter
Manchester Derby,
so
Milan coming up against Napoli.
And also not forgetting action from the Dutch league, where Ajax kept going down.
It looks like they are looking for oil. Well, at the rate at which they are drilling.
Last season, they were happy making the money. 2 seasons ago, they were happy making the money.
They've always been making the money.
Yeah, making the money. But I think the recruitment was not good. And that is what we are saying now.
Right now.
For the first time in their history, Ajax are languishing at the bottom of the Eredivisie table. And if nothing is done, yeah, they may be able to escape relegation. But will they be able to go to Champions League or even talk of going to European League?
football
down
next season
might just be out of it. But going down, no one saw that coming. No one.
At all. All right, very quickly, we begin with the hottest gist. And what is the hottest gist in the world of sports as we speak? It is that today, the 30th of October, 2023, another Ballon d'Or edition is going to take place. The king of football and the queen, respectively, will be crowned. Remember that in the last couple of days and weeks, there has been so much controversy regarding the Ballon d'Or subject matter. Many persons have come out to say that it had already been given to Lionel Messi because of his performance at the World Cup in December. Other persons have been arguing back and forth. It is wrong. It is right. It shouldn't have been for Messi. He didn't play anything apart from a couple of penalties and showing up in a couple of games at the World Cup. What should happen to Erling Haaland, who had a fantastic season, breaking records and winning the Champions League and in fact getting the treble? Other persons felt teammate of Lionel Messi last season at PSG and one of the golden boys at the World Cup, Kylian Mbappe, did deserve the World Cup because of his performances. But long and short, it comes to an end today. Your opinion, Ebenezer Bajela?
Well, the Ballon d'Or, from time always has, it's controversy surrounding it. It's not something that started yesterday, and it's not going to end
tomorrow.
Now. It will always be like that. But that Lionel Messi, that the fact that people are saying it doesn't deserve the Ballon d'Or, I totally disagree.
For the 8th time.
For the number of time doesn't really matter.
Yes, of course.
I totally disagree. He had a very good outing, at the World Cup.
Fantastic.
And Argentina won the World Cup for the first time since Maradona did it for the country. And apart from that, let's take a look at his performance with PSG. Yeah, Kylian Mbappe, star boy, will always be at the forefront when it comes to PSG. But people are not taking a look at Messi's statistics. He had the highest number of assists for the club. Yeah, he might not be scoring the goals.
He wasn't scoring the goals.
Yeah, it might because of the positions or the role he played. Messi dropped deeper last season. And yeah, he doesn't have the pace anymore.
But he used to drop deep in Barcelona.
No,
Still did not stop him from winning Ballon d'Ors.
He doesn't have the pace anymore. But the Lionel Messi of then get the ball. He has a way of waltzing his way through. But right now, the pace is no longer there. All you need to do, get the ball, dribble past one or two, then look for the right man. And that shows with the number of assists he had. Yeah, we are saying Messi, didn't score much goal. And that's because Messi already set a standard. To score 16 goals in a season, it's not a joke.
But that's it's unlike Ronaldo, Messi.
That's what I'm saying, because this, when you set a standard, when you raise the bar,
you have to keep going.
But they can't keep doing that. These guys are no longer in their 20s. They are almost 40 right now.
Yeah.
So you can't expect
keep
them
playing at that level.
Even the fact that they are still doing it means they are, that when I say they, I mean both Ronaldo and
Cristiano,
Messi, they are exceptional at 36, 38. Come on.
Active football.
Active football. I don't want to start naming names right now, but we know footballers who at 29, at 30.
At some point, it was 32,
They've
31.
left the game. So give it to Lionel Messi and Ronaldo.
So you think
unfortunately, we don't have Ronaldo for the first time
in a long time.
In a long time.
Yeah.
So we still have Messi there, and yeah, people are some people are voting for rooting for Erling Haaland to win the Ballon d'Or. Yeah, he had a very good season.
Yeah, fantastic season.
With
Manchester City.
With Manchester City, yeah, winning the treble, but the World Cup, we know at times takes the center stage, and Messi, won the World Cup. Probably that puts him, giving the the hedge, but we don't know the results yet. It's all about speculation. Yeah. It's about the result being leaked.
Yeah.
But we don't know who it's going to be. Tonight is the night.
Yeah, the night.
And we'll be seeing, we will see if Messi will definitely be, he will be going home with the Ballon d'Or for the 8th time. That record upon record.
Special.
Yeah, so for him, it's a good one. But for Ronaldo fans, I know they are against Messi winning it for the 8th time. I love both players, but come on. If he deserves it, let him go with it.
Yeah. I for one thing that Lionel Messi won the World Cup immediately. Kolo Muani handed it over to him in December. Won the Ballon d'Or immediately. Kolo Muani handed that particular golden trophy over to him in December. Quickly, we move on now to what happened at the weekend. Where should we start from? Let's start from La Liga. And once again, it was the Jude Bellingham show. Remember that game. I watched it from the beginning, minute 1 to minute 90 plus. Fantastic game from Barcelona. At some point, it was totally Barcelona. A little bit of Real Madrid error at the back. David Alaba didn't get his arts right. Ike Gundogan getting the goal. Yeah. They went into the first half leading with a goal. And then everyone was looking at what was next for Carlo Ancelotti to do. On comes Eduard Camavinga. On comes Super Luka Modric. Ball forced to Jude Bellingham. First goal, a blast. The second goal, luck, but a sweet goal all in all.
I disagree with you when you say the second goal was, has a bit of luck in it.
I think
but for football, you need luck, but you need to credit Jude and Bellingham.
Yeah.
The timing.
Yeah.
Normally, the Luka Modric touch could have taken the ball away from him.
The pass was for Luka Modric.
The pass was for Luka. That's what I said. The Luka Modric touch could have taken the ball away. They didn't even see. But the fact that he timed himself very well, placed the ball underneath of...
And not play it on the keeper like Kolo Muani.
Yes, any other player could have hit the ball against the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But he placed it underneath.
Practically dropped it in.
Give it to him. It's Bellingham show.
Yeah.
He's enjoying the best form of his life.
Right now.
Right now, he's enjoying the best.
If he keeps going like this, should we be expecting a Ballon d'Or next season?
First, let's start with the Golden Boy Award. Okay. Which, for me, he is the winner already. He will be winning that tonight. December. That will be in December. The Golden Boy Award. He will be taking over and taking from Gavi. Who is
Gavi took over from another Barcelona boy, Pedri. Gavi.
So, and you can see when I tell you the best of football is in Spain. You have to agree with me. A lot of people might just have a different opinion.
I think so.
I've said this over and over on this show. For me, the best of football is in Spain. Look at the way Bellingham is doing it. Yeah, let's talk about the El Clasico. Yeah. Barcelona started the better side, but injury played a vital role.
In that game?
Yes. They started, the young lads couldn't continue, couldn't continue with that tempo for the 90th minute. Fermin, a very good player, but young, is in his 20s. Gavi, we know how the kind of player he is, but it's just 19 years.
It was really
the
stubborn.
fact that Barcelona could bring on Lamine, a 16-year-old boy, speaks volume, and they have Bade, who is just 19 years old. Yeah.
And for Madrid, there was Modric coming on, there was Camavinga coming on.
Look at the two bench. When the two benches rather, from the start, I just like, okay, apart from Rafinha, who has not played for a month, and Lewandowski, who has also not been in action for a couple of weeks, Barcelona probably don't have known players on the bench, and I knew that was where the game will be decided.
What happens in 70? What happens in 75 when games change?
And they hit the bar twice. Yeah. They hit the crossbar twice. But that's the game of football. Yeah. When you fail to convert your chances, you get punished. Cancelo had a beautiful, a very nice opportunity to put the game beyond doubt. But I don't know what happened to him. He blasted the ball over. And from there, Madrid knew this is the time or else, because not long after he missed that wonderful opportunity, Bellingham
Jude
scored
Bellingham.
that fantastic goal.
Remember, Tchouaméni tried something like that some minutes earlier.
The best goal so far in his career.
Yeah.
Nice shot, 30 yards. I love
Boom.
that shot. Even before Ter Stegen could say anything,
It was
the ball was
in the back of the net.
And Madrid, they were on the ascendancy right from there, and Barcelona knew it was just a matter of time.
Yeah.
We've talked about it some time ago. Madrid, so far this season, they've had to come from behind to win most of their games. So, and they did it against Barcelona, and now they've won 2 back-to-back El Clasico, and both at the Nou Camp. Though, a borrowed Nou Camp at the moment. Stadio Olimpico. So, Louis Company. Yeah. So, they've had to, but still, is Barcelona's home ground for this season. Yeah. So, good one, but yet, a lot of people are still criticizing Carlo Ancelotti.
I, for one.
Not a fantastic game from Madrid, but
I doubt they've had a fantastic game this season.
The quality in the team saved the day, and not Carlo Ancelotti. But give it to him, bringing on the right players, at the right moment. So it's a teamwork from the coach to the players, and they all did a good job. Apart from what's his name, Vinicius, who had a below.
I'm beginning to think Vinicius is forgetting that he's a footballer. He's thinking he's a pop star. He's more like appealing to the crowd or getting the crowd angry. Maybe your business is on the pitch of play.
Maybe it's time for him to stay away from football and go into modeling, because that day it was Ronald Araujo versus Vinicius, and 100% Araujo won the day.
He wasn't even serious. For me, he was not serious.
And when he was even substituted, we saw what he did.
What happened?
That Ancelotti had to
pull him away
from the, because now I don't want to talk about this, but Vinicius needs to be careful.
I think he needs to.
He needs to be careful.
He needs to focus on the game.
He should focus on the game.
Focus on the game of football.
I remembered sometimes ago the young Neymar told this lane.
Yeah, this similar pass.
And look at Neymar today.
Look at this guy's career.
No one could have imagined that Neymar would retire without winning a Ballon d'Or.
At a point, it was like the surest thing to be.
But it's definitely happening.
All right, very quickly, Girona. We were talking about them last weekend. Girona is doing Bayern Leverkusen things for us right there in the La Liga. Same point with Real Madrid. Look at that victory. Real is top by goals. But look at that victory at the weekend. It was phenomenal.
Phenomenal. And at the moment, you can't but help. You can't but appreciate the way
what is going on down there.
This was the same Girona that last season were struggling
big time.
I said it there last week on our show that all they did was they decided to bring in experienced players, and look at what those players are still doing. I thought at a point it looked like it was going to be a goalless draw, but when we all thought, okay, it was over.
They made my evening.
Look at that beautiful goal from Herrera, nice turn, and from outside.
They kept banging on the goal,
and it was a good one.
So they got it in the 91st
now,
minute.
They are second on the log.
Yeah.
Same point with Real Madrid. One thing that is certain, they may not win the league, but Europe is sure for them. Even if it's Europa League.
I think it's too early.
No, that's why even they, because the reason I
we've not crossed December yet. We know what happens after December.
At a point in time, look at Madrid. They are struggling with injuries.
Yeah.
Yet it's not even showing
Tchouaméni
that much.
has gone for 2 months.
Now 2 months. Tchouaméni will be out for 2 months. But
so Edouard Camavinga is definitely starter now.
Girona can't deal with the same. If they lose 3 or 4 key players,
just 2,
then they will struggle.
Be the end. All right, very quickly we move over. That's basically all in Spain. We move over to what is happening in Germany. Oh my word, a fantastic catch from Harry Kane, but that's golazo. That's probably going to be in competition for this award for goals. Maybe next season.
That'll be next season.
That'll be next season, most likely, because look at that. Taking the ball from the middle of the field and looking up, seeing the goalkeeper is off his line. It was like he measured it. That was fantastic from Taylor Kane.
It was like he actually did that.
He just dropped.
Yeah, even after the game, he said it himself. Probably his best goal.
Ever.
The best goal of his career. Wonderful goal. Wonderful goal. See, this is what happened when you play in a team where you feel comfortable.
He's enjoying Bayern Munich.
No pressure.
He's making assists. He's scoring goals.
No pressure on him, and they won by 8 goals.
This was a game that ended first half. That first half was drab, and everybody was thinking, "Oh my word, what is happening?" And they started the second half.
was something different.
8 goals.
8 goals. And
Goal first. Musiala,
do you know
Sane.
probably the only sad part was just the fact that at the same time he left Tottenham, they are
Tottenham
doing
is
very
picking
well.
up.
They are top of the log.
Yeah.
And you can't rule out the possibility that they stand a chance of winning the EPL title, because this is the first time in about 32 years that the last time they won the league, they were having this same form, and right now they are doing the same.
All right, very quickly move to our friend and brother in Victor Boniface and his team, Bayer Leverkusen.
Yeah.
They are the Girona of the German league right
Bundesliga.
now. They are topping Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
They are winning goals. They are winning games. They are scoring goals at plenty. 2-1 against Freiburg. Beautiful victory. 3 points. Sitting on top of the log.
Yeah,
What is Xabi Alonso doing?
Definitely cooking something.
He's cooking. Whatever is cooking there is hot.
Yes.
Can they win the league?
Too early to call, because we've seen Dortmund in this same vein in some seasons back.
Even last season. And they lost the league on the last day
of the so I don't know if Dortmund, I don't know if they are cursed or what, something, because not once, not twice.
Yes.
You place your money on them thinking that, oh, this is their season.
In fact, last season should have been their season.
There was a season they were like 8 points ahead of Bayern Munich, and they started dropping points.
Just like that.
And
Arsenal of old.
Now, for Bayer Leverkusen, they have a great tactician in Xabi Alonso, who played the game
to the highest level.
And if there's one thing you want to admire about him, is this tactical awareness and discipline. Even as a player, you know him to be a very disciplined player. He was focused, and so I can say that now he can translate that into the team.
Boys.
So please, let's stay focused. Don't get carried away with the hype going around. So it's still a long way to go.
All right.
Still a long way to go.
All right, let's come home to England. Home, because that is one league that most Nigerians do follow. And we're starting with the Manchester Derby. What a derby. Erling Haaland, everybody was saying just some weeks ago that they've gotten his password. They now understand this game. But what a performance. 2 goals, 1 assist. We'll also be talking about Andre Onana. Had a fantastic Champions League week. Look at him right now. He considered 3 goals yesterday, but it could have been 6 or 7. He was also on form yesterday.
Okay, yeah. I was about to come to Onana's and rescue, because I thought you were going to say something else.
No. Yesterday was brilliant.
It was a fine performance from Onana. Like you rightly said, if not for him, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
And the fact that United went home, okay, they were even at home.
Yeah.
The fact that stayed at home with 3 goals. They should be thankful.
It was a good show.
It was a good show for Onana in post. Yeah, at first I thought he was going to save that penalty, going by how it went in the Champions League. At times when you make such save,
you want to keep it up.
So I thought he was going to do the same, and wow, it was a fine penalty from
Erling Haaland.
And
was he a penalty? Was he a penalty? Some persons were saying it wasn't a penalty. Was that a penalty?
Well, I'm not a referee.
I'm
not a referee, but looking at it very well, it was the right call from the referee. Yeah. Let's be fair and honest. And the fact that they have VAR now to call upon, it was the right call, from the referee. And it's something United need to work on. The last 2 games, they've given away penalty. They've given away penalties rather, and not just in the last 2 games. Some couple of matches in the past, they've given same. So they need to work on that. And that yesterday's penalty was Manchester City's first at Old Trafford. Why?
All right, very quickly, Arsenal playing against one of the early relegation contenders. The beautiful thing was that they got 5. When you want to win against such teams, you don't win 1-0.
Yeah.
You win in a way that you send a statement to others that, listen, we are still here. 5 goals scored by Mikel Arteta's team.
5 goals and Nketiah.
Eddie Nketiah, the most unexpected person to score a hat-trick. Scored his first hat-trick, getting his first hat-trick before Marcus Rashford.
If there's any player that that needed such performance and such outing, I think it was Nketiah. he started the season in fine form. And at a point, his form started dropping, and he lost his position in the starting 11. So for me, I think that game, Arteta saw the opportunity, to hand him, a spot in the starting 11, and he took advantage of it. A fine performance from Nketiah, from Arsenal overall. But I think the big question for me, Arteta, is yet to learn from last season's mistake, and I see that happening again.
Wow.
Arteta doesn't know when to rest players. They won the game, 5-0, but it's still a long season. And when
Odegaard was on the bench, he didn't play at all.
But
Arteta said he was
Saka,
a little injured.
It was if not
Saka
for injury.
As well.
If not for injury, Odegaard would have been on the pitch. But last season, we saw how fantastic they were where Saka was also in fine form. But the moment fatigue set in, Arsenal started dropping form. And it's just tanking into the season. Yet Saka had played virtually, except one game when he was injured, and that was even a record on its own. That he missed Arsenal's first game in 57 or 67 matches.
Yeah.
So he needs to learn to rest certain players because the season is still long. And don't forget, they are also in the Champions League.
Yeah, so they have to keep going and coming. Liverpool, 3-0 win, 3-0 victory. Liverpool, Mo Salah getting the last goal. Darwin Núñez, there was no Luis Diaz. His parents were kidnapped. His mother was rescued. His father is still in the hands of the kidnappers. We do pray for his release. Quick one there. That victory, sweet one, I guess.
Well, sweet one, and then they said they played for Diaz, and we just hope that the father will be rescued, alive. That's the important thing right now. You could sense the emotion yesterday at the Anfield, and the players, everyone, they were all in support of showing their solidarity and support.
Yeah, the goals. Darwin
even
Núñez
when Núñez
was
displayed Núñez or Jota.
Diego Jota
displayed the jersey, and the mother has been rescued
alive,
so just the father left, and the Colombian government said they thrown out search party.
There's even a cash reward
to look for the father. Let's just pray and hope that the father will also be rescued alive, and our prayer and thoughts are with the family of theirs.
All right, so the way it is now is that Tottenham Hotspur are presently leading the league table, and no one will have seen that coming. We didn't talk about them. They won on Friday.
Yeah.
Was it Friday now?
Yeah,
yes, Friday.
They played on Friday.
Son can't stop scoring. Madison, Matters doing mad things on the pitch of play.
Yeah.
Everybody is now compact. Look at Sa. Look at the injured Nigerian or Italian. He plays for Italy. Udogie. But look at the team from Vicario to the back to the middle.
I would Kane
was in this
setup where you have Madison. For me, the missing piece was that Madison.
You think is the
the
play or the coach?
Madison. And now they have him. Take away Madison from that team, they will still struggle. I don't think this coach, Postecoglou, or I don't think it's better than the previous manager. But at times, when things just
he plays it this way.
Yes, so that is life for you. No doubt about it. He's not a bad coach, but even get a good coach, then no quality player. It will still be the same result. Look at hires. They've tried several coaches, but they're still struggling.
They're swimming in relegation
waters. Give it to him. He's been able to manage at least the resources, the players, at his disposal. He's been able to manage them very well, and they're top of the table. And if they keep this momentum going, they could have.
And they are not playing Champions League football. They are
there
in England. They are not traveling. They are there. Tuesday, Wednesday, you are chilling. While the other guys are going to slug it out somewhere in a...
So it's good one for Tottenham, but Kane will just be the loser. But probably, except Bayer Leverkusen win the Bundesliga, then. And
then we begin to wonder if Kane was the problem. All right, very quickly, we leave football now and we go into the marriage between UFC and boxing in Saudi Arabia. Look at what Saudi Arabia is doing. Look at how the whole world was practically in Saudi Arabia. Samuel Eto'o, Eminem, Ronaldo. Of course, Ronaldo plays there. It was not just for the boxing, but it was they practically took the pop culture. They took the entertainment culture. Yeah. They made the world talk about Saudi Arabia for those hours. Yeah. Even before there was the statement, after there was statement. But look at during the process, the opening ceremony, the paparazzi. Yeah. Let's talk about that before we talk about the actual fighting.
Give it to them. And this is something they started about 3 years ago.
Yes.
And a lot of people were not paying attention.
Yes.
And now, before we talk about the
actual
the fight itself, now let's look at even Spain. Now, where do they play their Super Copa? Saudi. Something is definitely cooking. It's cooking over there.
They are planning for the World Cup already.
The paparazzi, the intro, everything before the fight itself, they were top notch.
Top notch planning.
That is how to organize an event. When you have everything, seems just to be working over there at the moment. And now even look at the way they are spending money in the league. They've taken all the best players, almost all the best players
everywhere
in Europe,
down
to their league. So, and you could see it there. Eminem was there. Adesanya was there.
Samuel
Eto'o was there. So I'm sure Didier Drogba would also have been there.
If not for his
commitment in France. So, but it was a good one, and the fight also, it lived up to expectation. Yeah.
Now the controversy. Ngannou won. It was a steal.
I think boxing saved boxing's face.
This was the analysis myself and my
That's the way I just want to put it. Because how do you explain
somebody comes into your sport, messes up your sport,
and that was his
debut, goes back to his own sport.
Debut fact. And even it was not the one to face Fury.
Yes.
But he had to take up the fight due to one or two reasons.
Yes.
And he knocked down Fury. Come on.
I think Fury was not totally committed.
Yeah, well, he said after the fight that he admitted that he underestimated Ngannou, but that is not an excuse. Joshua said the same thing, and look where he is today.
Do you think if that was pound to pound fighting, boxing, a boxer to a boxer, fighting for a belt, do you think it should have been in that way?
I will quote Eddie Hearn now.
Okay.
He believed that if that had been Joshua, he would have defeated Fury.
Do you think Fury will fight in that way?
I want to believe so.
That was the best of Fury?
I want to believe so. Okay. See, Fury is way past his prime.
Wow, really?
Yes. Fury is only enjoying the fact that look at the boxing world community right now. Who is there?
Nobody actually.
People thought Joshua would have been.
No new boys,
people thought Joshua would have been, the poster boy at the moment, but he failed to live up to expectation.
He couldn't.
And that is why Fury is still enjoying the glory.
Even Wilder is just
the
probably
fact that
wild somewhere.
They had to bring in someone from UFC.
I think it did more glory to Francis's career now.
Definitely.
Because it will raise him on social media. It will raise him everywhere. His finances.
He was the winner yesterday, regardless of the outcome.
Yeah.
He was the winner.
With little bruises on his face. It looked like he just went to chill. I mean, I was seeing his post-match interview and he was looking really calm and cool.
Really
he didn't look like somebody who was coming from the hospital.
Like I would say, Fury won the fight, but Ngannou won the day.
Fantastic. Before we quickly touch on Formula 1 and tell you what happened to Max Verstappen, MPFL now, beautiful thing. The stars in Lagos, what's their name again? Sporting Lagos, winning to Junior Lukosa scoring his first goal for Sporting. They won that game, shooting one as well. They are somewhere, they are second position right now.
They won over the weekend.
Yes.
They returned back to winning ways after their defeat.
Doma actually scored first. They came back to win 3-1. My producer is telling me we have to sign out right now. It's unfortunate, but when you are talking sports, the thrill, the energy, the ginger just doesn't want to stop. On behalf of everybody who has been behind the production, Olalekan Olabode, Melanie Shola, and my super duper producer on the sports desk. Sports desk here, eSports desk, Sulaiman Adeni. Of course,